welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. And at the moment it is like, what's the time? It's 10 to 1 a.m. But yeah, I just thought, you know what, let's record a video right now, because if I don't do it now, I don't know when the next time is I'm gonna record it. Today we'll be doing my second Q&A video. So you guys have sent in questions and I'll be answering them in this Q&A. So if you don't already know, my name is Hannah and I am a pre-registration pharmacist in the UK, in a hospital and a GP practice. This Q&A is questions about pharmacy, and kind of questions about how I studied in university and stuff that people have sent me. So if you're a student, this is definitely a video to watch. If you're thinking about doing pharmacy, this is also definitely a video to watch. If you just want to learn more about pharmacy, more about being a student, then this is also definitely a video to watch. And if you have anybody who you know who falls into that category, this is definitely a video for them to watch. So please send this video to them and share it with them. So I have the questions on my phone, so I'm just going to be looking down to read them. So question 1, how did I tackle my honours project? So the person who sent me this, I know they're not from the UK, but I'm assuming when you say honours project, you mean in the UK we call it a dissertation. I think that's what you mean. So in terms of my dissertation, which is like your final project at the end of university, I did my dissertation on pharmacy practice. I made sure that I did not have a dissertation on anything that I would not enjoy. For example, labs. I hate labs. Like, I could not see myself in labs trying to get results and data for my dissertation. I just did not want to do that. So that is something that I didn't choose. Instead, I chose pharmacy practice. And pharmacy practice I find pharmacy practice to be a lot easier than labs. My title was exploring public health activities in the community pharmacy. So it was an audit. So during the first semester we were supposed to collect data and kind of start writing up our project. My supervisor was really good, so she really kept me on top of everything, and I basically finished my project before the second semester, but you're technically supposed to have started writing up in your second semester. And first semester was for data collection, but she made me finish my data collection and start my write-up all before my second semester. And just being on time, like try and set deadlines, don't rush everything to the end. I'll give my hats off to myself, because I'm normally a crammer, but with my dissertation I did really well. Like I actually didn't rush everything at the end. Like, it's so not me, which is why I'm so proud of myself. I'm currently doing GCSEs. What A-levels do you need that will be suitable for a pharmacy course at uni? I would first advise you to look at the universities that you want to apply to, and they have their entry requirements for A-levels on there. But just a general rule on A-levels for pharmacy degree, the two that I would recommend the most are, actually 3 that I would recommend the most that you do is biology, chemistry, and maths. If you have that good background knowledge on it, it will also make the course easier. And I know a lot of universities actually do require you to have biology, chemistry, probably not so much math. I'm not too sure about maths, but definitely biology or chemistry, mostly chemistry. I think a lot of universities do want you to have chemistry. So if there were 3 A-levels that you had to pick, I would pick biology, chemistry, and maths. Okay, that leads us on to the next question. What A-levels did you do? I did biology, chemistry, maths, and physics. Those were the 4 A-levels that I did. I've been offered a place at Bath and Cardiff for pharmacy, firmed Bath and insured Cardiff. I'm excited to start the degree. Congratulations. What was your favorite aspect? My favorite aspect of the degree was during 3rd year and 4th year. I think that's when I really started to enjoy the pharmacy degree, because that's when we started to properly learn about disease states. So before then, it was more about pharmacodynamics, pharmacokinetics, that kind of thing, of drugs and how they work. But then in 3rd year and 4th year, I felt like it was more the joining of how drugs work and how the body works, and then just putting it together. I found it really interesting to learn about the different disease states and their pathophysiology and stuff, and how things go wrong, which makes things happen, and et cetera, and then the drugs come in and then they fix some of those pathways and stuff. That was my favorite part of the degree. How much do you study? Currently for my pre-reg, I know I said I wouldn't cram, but I said I would start revising in January. It's now February and I haven't. But that's just because pre-reg is long, all right? So currently, at the moment, I don't really study that much just because I have other assignments and stuff, and the audit and evidences and competencies to meet. So I haven't really started revising that much. However, the ideal is to have 1 hour of calculations a day, and then to have maybe about 2 hours of revision a day, which may not sound like a lot, but pre-reg is a lot, so it's long. So yeah, about at least 2 hours a day. In university, however, I did not study much because I am a crammer, which is bad. So don't follow me, don't follow my footsteps. The way that I would revise in university is that during exams and during lectures and stuff, I wouldn't really take notes. I used to take notes, and then I realized that when exam time actually came and I was reading back on my notes, I was like, was I even in this lecture? Then I realized there was not really any point in me writing notes, to be honest, because I just didn't remember it. What I would do is, instead of revising, I would vise. I would be vising during the exam period, which now I think about it sounds quite bad. But it just didn't work for me. I don't know. I just think my memory is just too short term, but maybe it's not. Maybe that's what I've made myself think. I would give myself about 2 to 3 weeks before the exam. And in that time, I would cram. So I would wake up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. and revise all the day until, like, the whole day until maybe about 10, 11, sometimes 12, if it was really deep. But I did try to get my sleep in at least 6 hours because I just don't function when I don't sleep. Which is ironic because I'm awake right now at 1 a.m. making this video. I would recommend, though, that you don't do that. I think you should start early and actually revise and then revise, so that when the exam comes, you're just revising. So where I think I went wrong is that I would write notes and then I wouldn't look at them until the exam came around. But I think if you write notes and you keep on going over those notes as the year progresses, then I think it's better, because the thing with me is that I would cram and I'd remember stuff for the exam, but then when the exam is over, I'd forget everything. I would recommend that you actually study. So maybe 10 hours a week, maybe 10, 15 hours a week, trying to find some study time in there. I think when you're at university, you have more time to do that. As a pre-reg, you don't have that much time. Whatever you can fit in, at least if it's like 1 hour, at least you did something. What did you get / progress in the years at uni? I can't remember my percentages, but I could tell you my classifications. So let me explain the classifications in England, because I know some people who are not in England watch my videos. So a first is the best you can get, and then it's 2-1, which is second class honours, first division. Then it's 2-2, second class honours, second division, and then it's a third, which is like third class honours, and then it's like nothing. I don't know what's after third class honours. Like, you just didn't pass after third, I think. I got a 2-1 in first year. First year didn't count. And then in second year, I got a first. Second year was worth 20% at our uni, 20% of your total degree classification at the end. And then in third year, I remember third year because I almost got a first, but I just missed it. So I got a high 2-1. I think I got like 68%, 69%. But 69%, I can't remember the exact number. And then in fourth year, I got a first. Third year was worth 30%. Fourth year was worth 50%. Is pre-reg difficult? When I think about pre-reg, a single tear drips from my eye. I'm so dramatic. pre-reg is a lot. It is honestly a lot. Like, imagine being in full-time work, but then also being a full-time student. Like, the bad things about being in full-time work, and then you have bad things about being full-time student, and then those things together. That is the end of my questions. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that it's answered some of the questions that you have, and that you've learned something new. And don't forget to subscribe and like and press that bell button to receive notifications. At this moment in time, I'm getting very tired and very delirious. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in my next one.